From the Millersville University Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Kyle Elliott here with the short-term forecast and video discussion issued on Monday, July 15th. Well, for the second week in a row, dangerous heat and oppressive humidity are going to be the main focus of the short-term video, and this is really becoming a broken record since the middle of June. We're in the midst of our third heat wave of the 2024 summer season. The first one in June lasted 6 days, and the one that ended last week lasted 7, and by the time this one ends on Wednesday, well, it's going to be a 5-day heat wave. But it looks like today and tomorrow are going to be the hottest 2 days of the summer so far, and they may end up being the hottest days of the entire summer. So without further ado, let me jump right on into things here and start by taking a look at the daily climatology. I'm expecting a high of a searing 96 degrees this afternoon, and that's only 4 degrees shy of today's record high of 100 degrees set in 1997. The normal high for July 15th is 87 with a normal low of 64. This morning's low was 72, and today's record low is 48 from 1930. Taking a look at the sky cam for the John Wright restaurant looking east across the Susquehanna River into Lancaster County, well, the 3 H's of summer, hazy, hot, and humid, they're back in play again this afternoon. You'll also notice, much like last week, that the grass is still burnt out and dead. Again, we've had very little rain, especially in western Lancaster and York counties over the span of the last 2 to 3 weeks, so it's no surprise when you combine that with the heat and the humidity that grass is now dead. Taking a look at the visible satellite imagery, well, that confirms what you see on the Skycam. There's really not many clouds around at all across south central and southeastern PA early this afternoon. There will be a few pop-up cumulus clouds that develop later in the afternoon, but overall it's just going to be a mostly sunny, hazy, hot, and humid afternoon. As we take a look at the European model for 8 p.m. this evening, you'll notice that there is a rather potent disturbance moving across New York State and northern PA. That's likely going to spark off some strong to severe thunderstorms later this afternoon and this evening, but unfortunately, most of that, if not all of that energy, is going to stay north of the Lower Susquehanna Valley, so perhaps parts of Perry and northern Dauphin counties may get clipped by an isolated shower or thunderstorm between 4 and 10 p.m. this afternoon and this evening, but I think by and large 95 to 98% of the area stays dry this afternoon and this evening, with the bulk of the activity confined to areas along and north of Interstate 80. As we move forward into tomorrow afternoon, well, it's going to likely be the hottest day of the year so far, and as I mentioned, could be the hottest day of the entire summer. Not since July 7th, 2012 has the mercury reached the century mark at Millersville, but that may in fact change tomorrow. I'm officially forecasting high of 100 degrees. That would fall just 1 degree shy of tying the record of 101 degrees set on July 16th, 1988. So we'll see what the exact high ends up being, but I do think we have a pretty decent shot of reaching the century mark tomorrow afternoon. It's going to be the best chance we've had since, again, July 7th, 2012. So we'll see if it actually happens or not. There's also going to be another weak disturbance that moves through the Commonwealth tomorrow afternoon and evening. I could see an isolated shower or storm pop up, and just with all the heat and humidity in place, any of those storms will likely produce locally heavy downpours and isolated damaging wind gusts. But I think, again, the bulk of the activity tomorrow afternoon and evening is to our north and west. But you will notice this cold front finally diving southeastward from the Great Lakes region. That's going to move into our region later Wednesday afternoon and evening. You can see early Wednesday afternoon, the front is still well off to our north and west, but that's going to accelerate southeastward during the second half of the day. We're also going to have a potent disturbance riding northeastward through the Ohio Valley and central Appalachians ahead of that front. So the combination of the heat, humidity, instability, and the front being the triggering mechanism will allow for more widespread showers and thunderstorms to develop across northern Maryland, southeastern PA, and the lower Susquehanna Valley Wednesday afternoon. And there will be a severe weather threat here, mainly in the form of localized damaging wind gusts up to 60 or 65 miles per hour. But some of the storms could produce hail and localized flash flooding as well. But I don't really see a tornado threat with this one on Wednesday into Wednesday night. So without further ado, let me take a look at the short-term Campus Weather Service forecast. Mainly clear, warm and muggy tonight, low 72. Mostly sunny and humid on Tuesday with record-challenging heat and perhaps a stray shower or thunderstorm late in the day. High, the big 100. Clouds and sun on Wednesday, hot and humid with scattered showers and T-storms in the afternoon, high 92. And it goes without saying that you'll want to follow all heat safety tips through the middle of the week. Never leave pets or children unattended in a vehicle. On a day like tomorrow, the internal temperature of that vehicle can reach 120 to 130 degrees in a matter of minutes. So it's very important to look before you lock your car. The only other thing I have to mention here is that an excessive heat warning is in effect now through 8 p.m. tomorrow, and the National Weather Service did issue a heat advisory from 8 p.m. Tuesday through 8 p.m. Wednesday. So it's going to be a real scorcher out there through the middle of the week. Well, that'll do it for this edition of the short-term forecast. Tune back in next Monday for the latest edition. Until then, stay cool, stay hydrated, and stay safe out there during this dangerous heat wave.